Well, good morning, world. What you see in front of you is a sight that's rarely ever seen in nature, and that is a workbench with almost nothing on top of it. Mr. Heavy Chevy reportedly has seen something like this before, but he only vaguely remembers it. I am going to remember this with a great deal of joy because I have a feeling that it may become covered up with stuff, which often happens with flat surfaces in the world. I will tell you what I did. I made this bench out of that wood that y'all saw me pulling nails out of a while back. Good and sturdy, and a nice place to put all those banjos that are there. Not all at once, but I'm thinking a nice place to work. See, I'm about this tall, and this is about this right here tall, and I get this top kind of smoothed down, and I maybe cover this in cardboard, and be a nice place to do banjo work. There's at least one of you out there that I know of, Rosa. You know who you are, who I've promised to make a banjo for. I'm going to make her a Marble Mystery Oil banjo, and I've got some pieces collected for that already. So once I get set up, that'll be one of the first things. I got two projects. One is just an adjustment on one of my existing banjos, and then I'm going to build Rose's banjo for her. And that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the last banjo I built, last Gaskin build banjo, was number 14. I have to think who I built that for. I know I built one for Bobby's dad, but I also built a special banjo for somebody. I know I built a banjo guitar for Waylon Wire, and I know I built one for One and Only Farmer. And I should be able to remember what the last banjo that I built was. I can't. It'll come to me later. So anyway, yeah, what I'm going to do today, Ty, Bob, and Lisa are coming, and I still have a bunch of this wood laying here. By the way, Bill and Butch came over the other day, and they took away a lot of these logs, and they basically cut them up and took them over to Butch's house to use at the fire pit, which is awesome because I'm happy to see them go. I want a few logs here just to kind of, I want a log so that if I come down through here, lose control of my lawnmower and come flying through down here, I'd like to bump into a log before I go crashing down into the trees. So I told him other than that, the rest of it can all go. So they may be back to get more. But what I want to do today is finish cleaning these boards. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you this, but this whole thing, as you know, was laying out in the cold and the wet, and it's subject to termites and all kind of stuff like that. So I coated the whole table down as much as I could get to it with this Terminate, termite, and carpenter ant killer. So I just sprayed the whole table, tried to get stuff up under it and everything to keep it, keep me from bringing termites into the shed. And there's some places on this table, like right here, where you can see it looks like the termites have had their way with it, but I made sure to coat that down good. I may do the same with this stuff once I get the nails and the staples and stuff cleaned out of it. And I'm thinking I'll store that under here, just slide it right up under there, and keep those boards for whatever usage. It's always nice to get a little lumber that you have around for usage for things, and with the price of lumber nowadays, if you got a little, it's a good idea to save it. By the way, it's a beautiful, beautiful sky out here today. I'm down here early before the sun's really come all the way up, and the sky has all sorts of interesting things going on up there. After a while, as soon as I get this little bit done, I'm going to go down and get the pontoon boat unstuck. Its water level's gone down. It's a little bit stuck up to the shore, and I want to get that down. And who knows what comes after that. We'll see, I guess. Okay? Okay. I want to get my drop cord out here so I can run my grinder. Sometimes it's a lot easier to cut the nails off than it is to try to pull them. I believe I've got me some extension cord handy by, so let's see what I can find. Good shape. It's a saver. It's going in. Now I know that some of these got a little rot in them. I had one. The end was kind of rotted off the other day. What I'll do is cut that part off. Sort of stick it aside. Rest on here. A lot of these are just staples and pieces of wire, all kinds of things that got stuck in the board through the years. I may have mentioned this before. This came out of an old chicken house. Brings the smell of chicken seasoning. There's a little bit of chicken seasoning on the woods, which is kind of appropriate for a banjo shop. You got a banjo, it smells a little bit like chicken, a chicken house. So pretty appropriate. You know, I'm not necessarily the kind of guy that believes that a good banjo should smell like a banjo store. I think a good banjo that smells a little bit like a chicken house means that it's been somewhere other than a banjo store. Think about it. And if you want a good banjo that's got some character and some history, you probably don't want a banjo that smells like a banjo store. Hey, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That could be just me because I'm an old guy. After all, you know how old guys are. They have weird ideas about some things. And I qualify. My old guy status is intact. Leave that one there. Might need to be coated a little bit. By the way, I brought my coffee cup down here this morning. Just seemed like the right thing to do. It's the first day actually getting any work done in my new banjo shop. So today to celebrate with a nice cup of coffee. Oh, the joy. Ooh, that's mighty fine.